Breaking on 4 News Now, the House passes a bill that would end the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. We'll show you why airline travel and food bank demand may take time to get back to normal even after the government reopens.
Rain and wind is poised to return to our areas with mountain snow on the way. I'll get you prepared in my first alert weather forecast.
An interactive piece of art in Riverfront Park that's been closed off more than it's been open. Tonight, what internal city emails reveal about the $500,000 artwork and when it might open to the public. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. We begin with that breaking news. Within the last hour, House lawmakers approved a plan to reopen the government. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Derek Dice. The bill did not include an extension to tax subsidies for the Affordable Care Act. The bill funds the government until the end of January. It also funds SNAP through September, reverses shutdown firings, and guarantees back pay for furloughed workers. Eastern Washington Representative Michael Baumgartner released a statement reading, "The Democrats' decision to shut down the government was a monumental waste of time that hurt a lot of people. I'm relieved that this pointless D.C. drama is finally over and families across Eastern Washington can breathe a sigh of relief." Here's a live look at the White House right now, where the president is expected to sign the bill at around 6:45 our time. We'll bring that to you live if it happens during this newscast.
Well, hailed as a signature piece of artwork for Riverfront Park, the Stepwell art piece was almost immediately plagued by cracks, gaps, and graffiti.
Instead of being a place for people to take in the views of the park and the river, the Stepwell is now the focus of frustration for park employees and an eyesore for visitors.
Take a walk through the park and you'll find this temporary chain link fence. Behind it is the Stepwell. The interactive art piece is part of the Riverfront Bond Development Project of 2014. It opened in 2023.
But even though you paid more than $500,000 for it, you can't enjoy it because of damage and safety concerns. Now, for those who aren't familiar, the Stepwell is right here near the pavilion. In August, we asked the park department's public information officer why the structure was fenced off. She told us it was annual maintenance, but we filed a public records request and found emails dating back more than 2 years to just after the Stepwell opened, and learned the city has known about its problems since almost the beginning. There's no interaction right now with what's supposed to be an interactive art piece in the heart of Riverfront Park, as the Stepwell remains locked up and fenced off from the public. The city had high hopes for the Stepwell when it contracted HYA, Howler & Yoon Architecture, an East Coast firm, to turn this vision into reality.
At that time, the park board really wanted an art piece that the public could interact with. I mean, we have visual art, we have other types of arts, but they wanted something just like the Rotary Fountain. It's an art piece, but it's interactive.
The city was thrilled when it opened 2.5 years ago.
2023, we opened up the Stepwell. It looked beautiful. It was great.
But that enthusiasm didn't last long. Emails uncovered by 4 News Now showed just 4 months after its opening, Riverfront Park Director John Moog wrote, "We are astounded by how the Stepwell is being treated. You can see for yourself the graffiti covering the inside of the structure." Another city employee, Jerry Sperling, expressing her concerns over the misuse and paint, etc., that is being decorated in all types of verbiage and markings. And of course, homeless who are occupying the space as a campsite. But those weren't even the biggest problems.
To be honest, there was concerns during that selection process of the type of material that was going to be used.
That material chosen by HYA was Alaskan yellow cedar.
Really, in the first summer, we started seeing some gaps starting to show between the interconnected pieces of the Stepwell. And so we started expressing some concern about that to the architect and the artist about, should we be concerned about this?
Soon after, the city put a fence around the $583,000 art piece and locked it up over the structural concerns and to mitigate graffiti. When we asked about the Stepwell in August, the park's communications officer said the gaps were noticed several months ago. But the city's own emails show they've been a concern since shortly after it opened. In 2024, while trying to find solutions, the city was informed the Stepwell artist had left HYA, adding to their mounting frustrations. Parks Operation Foreman Aaron Champagne wrote in April of last year, "What a wonderful piece of chart we were given." A few months later, Park Safety and Facilities Manager Michael Prince said, "At this pace, the Stepwell art piece will not survive a couple more winters and hot summers."
Parks and Rec Director Garrett Jones admits hiring an East Coast firm was not the best idea.
We've kind of changed the way that we solicit art in Parks and Rec to really have that regional, local artist feel. And I think that was just a barrier alone, being across the country and the communication, actually being able to see the site.
You can see the split between.
So where do we go from here? Moog says the city has hired a contractor to tighten up the structure again and paint it because the deficiencies are obvious.
If you look at the beam here, you can see how it's connected. You can see a little bit of a sag there.
But even he's not sure how much work it'll take before you can safely enjoy the stepwell again.
When someone mentions it's unsafe, we want to take that seriously. So it flags it as a concern, and we want to evaluate it to its fullest. We don't know.
We don't want to give up. We want to honor the intent of what the artist had, and so it's just really trying to find that balance.
Still, Moog remains confident the stepwell will reopen at some point.
So we are going to do the maintenance. It's going to happen. It's going to start this fall. We'll complete the painting in the spring. I feel confident that we'll be able to reopen it, but we don't yet have that assessment from the engineer, so that could very well change, and we're prepared for that too.
Now, Kirsten, you could probably sense the frustration from these city officials who are now trying to salvage this $583,000 mess. But Garrett Jones told me the lessons learned from the stepwell will help them when they take on new projects for the Together Spokane initiative.
I'm glad you got an up-close look. I mean, you were right there. So many of us have been trapped behind that chain link fence.
And it's pretty remarkable the damage that's happened in a short amount of time. All right. As we wait for the president to end the government shutdown, its impact will linger, and one of those impacts will be on air travel.
The Department of Transportation just announced that flight reductions at 40 of the country's airports will remain at 6% through this week. And while Spokane is not one of those airports, travelers there are still feeling the residual effects. Madeline Mullins stopped by the airport today and shares why many worry it will take time to return to normal.
Suitcases were checked in, boarding passes printed out, and many passengers made their way through the Spokane airport today. But still, there were a few unlucky ones.
Well, I'm trying to get to Mobile, Alabama. You know, they've canceled my flight already. Didn't realize it till I got here.
8 flights were canceled in and out of Spokane, leaving travelers like June and Kristen stranded.
Now I'm flying out tomorrow, so I have to get a hotel for today. I already know I'll have one less day home with my family, which is not making me very happy.
Many of the people I spoke to today have connecting flights, and they say because their first flight out of Spokane has been canceled, it's messed up their entire day of travel.
I was going to fly from Spokane, Washington to Denver, Colorado. Then from Denver to, I don't remember where I was going. Where was I going? They've changed it so many times.
Yeah, some of these travelers have no other options, while others were looking for a plan B.
I was a little worried, and then we talked to my dad about it, and he said, well, I guess the very worst, you can rent a car and drive home. So we're still game and hope for the best.
And these problems may stick around longer than expected. The FAA was already facing an air traffic control shortage prior to the government shutdown. In a press conference on Tuesday, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said since the shutdown, 15 to 20 controllers are retiring a day. As holiday travel is just a few weeks away, he says flight reductions will remain in place until staffing is back to normal levels.
Yeah, I think definitely some concerns for the holidays, but for us, I mean, for me at least, it's definitely also affecting work travel, getting to and from work.
In Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
And we've had some weather that's also just played a role in anyone who's trying to travel. You know, we've had fog and we've had
rain.
It's just been a lot for travelers.
Let's send it over to Jason Valentine, who's in for Chris Crocker with a look at that forecast.
It has been a lot, hasn't it? Good Wednesday evening, everyone. We do have showers. We had some showers very early this morning. They are returning tomorrow. Very robust chance for your Thursday. Maybe just some hit and miss showers for your Friday. And then for your weekend, the best chance will be Sunday. So we've had so much shower activity in the month of November so far. Just again, it is a reverse of what we saw for the driest summer we've ever had in Spokane. 44 degrees right now for the Spokane region, and we hope we see some clearing due to that lovely northern lights tonight. Hopefully you're able to see it. Send us your photos if you do. On our radar, we're just seeing little bits and pieces of shower activity, but we're not going to see really anything of substance until our overnight period. We have a slight chance of some shower activity in our morning hours, but most likely we'll stay dry until late morning to early afternoon tomorrow. So current temperatures, we're been a little bit above our average for this time of year, especially Pullman. 51 right now. They hit 60 today. That is tropical for this time of year for Pullman. We are looking at mid-40s for many of our regions, 39 for Sandpoint. So getting chilly tonight, folks. But with the cloud coverage, we are going to be staying for most of our cities well above the freezing mark. So, like I said, cloud coverage throughout our evening hours, though we could see a little bit of a chance of shower activity into our early morning. But again, we do expect it late morning to early afternoon. Overnight lows right around 40 degrees. We have mountain snow to talk about. And again, I'll give you a kind of a guide on the northern lights. That's coming up in my full forecast later in the show.
Jason, thank you. Well, Washington State Athletics saw a major shakeup today following the departure of Athletics Director Ann McCoy. Our sports director, Jack Wallace, is here in studio now with what this change may mean for the Cougs.
Well, pretty massive shift for these Cougs. Less than a year out from their move into the Pac-12, at least fully. And Ann McCoy leaves Pullman after over 20 years at the university, but just 1 year as the AD. McCoy helped WSU through the conference realignment of establishing connections to the Mountain West for football and baseball, plus the WCC in basketball. Cougs had their highest single-season athletic GPA last season, plus 19 individual conference titles. Most recently, just this month, sweeping the WCC cross-country titles. Wazoo now begins a national search for a new athletic director, and current athletics chiefs operating officer John Harlow will serve as interim. And this next AD will be the one most likely who will lead WSU into the next phase of full Pac-12 membership again, which starts on July 1st, 2026. We'll be back later on in sports for a closer look at West Valley's football upcoming playoff run. A lot of fun there. Derek, Kirsten, back to y'all.
All right, Jack, thank you. This is 29-year-old Fred Caderna. He was in court to face charges for allegedly stealing an excavator and destroying a newly built house in Post Falls yesterday morning. Now, this is video of the damage. Police say when they arrived, they found Caderna driving away from the scene. Neighbors say the family was just weeks away from moving into their new home. This isn't Caderna's first run-in with the law either. He's also been arrested for burglary and drunk driving. There's still no word on a possible motive. He is being held on a $75,000 bond. Well, lung cancer cases among people who don't smoke are on the rise.
Yeah, the environmental factors that doctors say could be contributing to the spike still ahead. And a rural hospital in Ritzville is struggling to stay open. We'll break down what financial troubles could mean for local emergency care and the funding options the hospital is pursuing to stay open.
And teachers and staff are packing up and preparing for a huge renovation project at Adams Elementary.
And we got to roll up the sleeves and get this done.
Why the repairs are needed and where students will be headed during the construction, next on 4 News Now.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now, brought to you by the Tire Store.
It's Christmas in November this week at both Cal locations in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene with big markdowns on all four-wheel drives.
Plus, we're giving away a new set of WeatherTech floor mats with every purchase.
This week at Cal.
For over 90 years, McVeigh Brothers Roofing, Siding, and Windows has been making homes more energy efficient and beautiful. And right now, during our anniversary sale, we're offering financing where you can replace up to 10 windows and a patio door for just $199 a month. Or you can add a new roof with the window package for $399 a month. And if you want a trifecta of roof, windows, and new siding, how does $799 a month sound? At McVeigh Brothers, we're working.
If you've been in a wreck with a big truck,
you can bet the trucking company has a lot of lawyers working for them.
That's when you call Russell & Hill
to make sure you get all the money you deserve.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
This winter, experience the ultimate rock Christmas tradition. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert, presenting the Ghosts of Christmas Eve, the best of TSO and more. Friday, November 21st, Spokane Arena. Tickets on sale now at ticketswest.com. Don't miss this season's most exciting concert experience. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert.
At Pape, we help take care of the land that takes care of you. Right now, get the John Deere X300 Series riding lawnmower with 0% financing for up to 36 months. With precision, comfort, and performance built in. The X300 series makes mowing effortless season after season. But hurry, this offer ends February 28, 2026. Visit your local Pape Machinery Ag and Turf dealer to learn more. Pape keeps you moving.
One-A-Day Women's Multis are made for your overall health, with nutrients for immunity and energy, so you never miss a beat. One-A-Day, the one for you.
92.9 CCU.
Cracked windows and aging hallways. You're looking at the oldest school in the Spokane Public School District, Adams Elementary.
Recent things that we've been grappling with are some of our sewage issues, creating some different aromas in our building.
Administrators had been asking the district for an upgrade for years, and thanks to the passing of Together Spokane, it's now becoming a reality.
Final vote counts on Monday confirmed the $440 million plan from Spokane Parks and Spokane Public Schools now approved. Alexandra Cohen-Yard shares what's next and the changes we'll soon see.
The countdown is on for a new chapter of Adams Elementary.
We have been waiting a while for the bond to pass so that we could have our rebuild.
Beth Nye is the principal at Adams, a place with a strong community and rich history. But she says teaching kids in a 116-year-old building has challenges.
We have leaks that are being repaired. We have blind corners as you're going downstairs.
The list goes on. Sewage problems, thin windows. But now that voters approved Together Spokane, the district can begin to build a new campus.
Students here at Adams are going to be transitioning in 24 days to a temporary school site at the old Jefferson building on 37th and Grand, and we're going to start demolition right away.
And as that 24-day deadline approaches, many teachers here at Adams have already started packing up. This classroom used to be filled with decorations, but as you can see, many of its walls are now bare.
Everybody's excited, but it's also that realistic moment of, oh, wow, we've got a lot to do.
While Adams is a top priority, the initiative has several other projects planned for the next year, including construction of the new Meadow Glen Park, renovations to our park bathrooms and playgrounds, and expansion of the Dwight Merkel Sports Complex.
People are going to see things starting to happen around Spokane right away.
Parks says the first payment of their levy comes in May of next year. At Adams, a focus for the new building is preserving parts of the old one's history, like these red bricks.
I think that when we finally are into the new building, we will be pleased with how it represents the old Adams.
The district expects the new school to be finished in 2027. In Spokane, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
Folks, we saw a little bit of shower activity early this morning, but we do expect to see more shower activity as we head into our Thursday and into our weekend. Let me get you ready for that and the possibility of northern lights tonight. Folks, you're watching 4 News Now. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Cal Cars in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene.
Celebrating 80 years in business with discounts for the decades. Up to 80% off store-wide and new furniture collections. The Tin Roof, locally owned, locally loved since 1945.
That was fun.
Yeah, but I can't find my phone.
Maybe try retracing your steps.
No, what's this? Hello?
Find your phone yet?
I'm still thinking.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Kyle with Bill's Heating, here to take a look at your furnace.
I thought you guys were teamed up with Gonzaga. Where's the basketball player?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. We do have Davis Fogel on standby.
Standby?
Oh, yeah. Whenever one of us needs him, we just shout his name.
What?
Watch.
Whoa, it's like magic.
Actually, he just made me wait around the corner.
Exactly. It's magic.
Call Bill's Heating and AC today.
I'm a real wild one.
Life is wild. There's work to be done. Adventure around every corner. And a truck that handles it all. the 2025 Ford F-150. It's rugged, loaded with tech, and built to go wild. Get a wild deal on an F-150 today. Lease a 2025 F-150 STX Super Crew 4x4 for just $329 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Elegance, style, quality, custom made for your project. Agalite shower doors and bath enclosures by River City Glass are designed for a lifetime of use. Timeless beauty that speaks for itself with superior quality and exceptional value. Offering exquisite custom wine room enclosures and office room glass, specializing in custom mirrors crafted to fit your space. Producing high-performance glass for every project, residential and commercial. River City Glass.
Celebrating 80 years in business with discounts for the decades. Up to 80% off store-wide and new furniture collections. The Tin Roof, locally owned, locally loved since 1945.
Tonight is the big night for Mel. So, who will get his final golden rose? Then, tomorrow morning on GMA, it's the Golden Bachelor himself in an all-new interview. Who will be with him? What will he reveal? Tomorrow on
Good Morning America.
On your screen right now, some of the photos sent to us of last night's Northern Lights show. I really can't believe that some people were able to see these vibrant colors and then others were just stuck in the fog. But we have another chance tonight, right, Jason?
We do have another chance. And again, we do have cloud coverage tonight. We do have spotty fog. But hopefully, if you haven't seen it, I've never seen it. I'd love to see it. Let's take a look at the chances that we have tonight. It is in the medium zone. So again, we have Northern Lights tonight, very likely. The magnetic fields stay disturbed tonight. That's good news for Northern Lights fans, but those cloudy skies or patchy fog could get in the way. And here's another look at it. And again, Spokane is right in the green, which is just on the edge of what the folks who can see the Northern Lights. So if you're in Canada, you're in luck. But folks, hopefully you're able to see it tonight. If not, we'll have more chances as we move along in the winter. So live conditions, 44 right now in Spokane, 43 in Coeur d'Alene. Our friend the Spider has been busy getting that web ready. We never know what we're going to see on our night Skycam in Spokane. But hey, a nice Wednesday after those early showers. Very nice day today, very calm, but we are going to be changing tomorrow. Showers very likely. Winds are remaining light until tomorrow afternoon or evening. Northern Lights hopefully tonight for you. All right, let's take a look at our radar. Free and clear throughout our regions. That is going to change in our overnight period, though we don't expect showers in the Spokane, Coeur d'Alene area just by the morning. But let's take a look at our forecast radar. And as we move into our overnight period, we are going to see some cloud coverage. And for your commute tomorrow, slight chance of maybe some early showers. But then those showers are going to start to come in earnest in the late morning to early afternoon hours. And we're going to see even more as we get to the evening hours. By the time we get to our overnight period into Friday, we're going to see oscillating showers here and there. And that's going to continue into very early on Saturday. Then we should see a bit of a quick dry spell for Saturday afternoon, and then showers look to return as we get to Sunday. Also, snow levels Thursday night into Friday, and this will include Friday night into Saturday, is going to fall to around 3,500 to 3,600 feet. So what that means is we are going to be seeing snow likely in Stevens and Lookout Pass. So if you're doing some traveling around those areas, do be aware we could see some snow in those regions. So be careful. Current winds, we've been seeing light winds. Coeur d'Alene's starting to get a little bit of wind. That is good news. Other than that, we've been light really for almost the week that we've had. Extremely light winds, most likely nominal overnight, but we do expect those winds to pick up as we get to tomorrow afternoon to early evening, and that will hopefully clear out the moderate air that is throughout many of our regions. So if you do have some breathing issues, that is why, but we haven't gotten into too bad of air quality, just a little bit. So tomorrow, 54. Look at these above seasonal temperatures through Sunday. So we are staying warm with the showers. We're much cooler, right around seasonal averages for our next work week, and overnight lows will be tipping into the under the freezing mark for Spokane late night Monday. But get ready for showers tomorrow, late morning to early afternoon.
All right, Jason, thank you so much. A new Medicare pilot program could let artificial intelligence help decide which procedures get covered in Washington.
Why some doctors say it could put patient care at risk, and a rural hospital in Ritzville could soon close its doors for good. What's behind its financial troubles and how losing it could leave an entire community without nearby emergency care.
And newly released emails are raising questions about Jeffrey Epstein's connections to President Donald Trump. What these messages reveal about their relationship. Next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fairway Floor.
From your head and shoulders, down to your toes, and everywhere in between. Kootenai Health provides advanced medicine right where you need it, right here in North Idaho.
Andy's Heating Cooling guarantees to keep your home safe and cool. Your home and office comfort is Andy's priority. Stay cool this summer with a new air conditioning system from Carrier.
My air conditioner was not working. All I needed was a replacement sequencer. I called another company and they wanted to replace the unit for over $10,000. I was so glad I listened to my neighbor who recommended I get a second opinion from Andy's.
Turn to the experts. Andy's Heating Cooling since 1972, thanks to you.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models. We are professional grade.
Goodness knows, the most wonderful time of the year is back. Santa is returning to the Lilac City's River Park Square, Saturday, November 22nd, presented by STCU. The merrymaking begins at 3, then when the clock tower strikes 5, we'll welcome Santa to light the tree. I'll be there bringing all my sparkle and my wickedly funny, emerald-hued best friend. Visit riverparksquare.com to learn more and book your visit with Santa, because at River Park Square, the magic of the season is unlimited.
The weather is not looking pretty out there. Be prepared to hunker down because you're probably going to be stuck inside for a while. We've got another hour of neat.
Snow like a pro this winter with Kubota. Get your Kubota and snow implements at any of our 5 Adams Tractor locations or visit us online at adamstractor.com.
Is there a sport your kids haven't suited up for? Luckily, when it comes to providing advanced care for your family, there isn't a sports injury Kootenai Health hasn't seen. Find your specialist at kh.org.
Well, around the nation, for the first time, we're seeing emails written by convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein that say President Donald Trump had spent hours at his home with a victim of sex trafficking.
Democrats on the House Oversight Committee say these emails are part of documents recently received from the Epstein estate in response to a subpoena. Olivia Rubin shares why the White House says the emails only prove the president did nothing wrong.
Today, new questions as House Democrats release bombshell emails showing convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein privately discussing President Donald Trump, telling his longtime accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell that one redacted victim, quote, spent hours at my house with him. In the April 2011 email exchange, according to the documents released by Democrats on the Oversight Committee, Epstein writing, I want you to realize that that dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Victim spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned. Ghislaine responding, I have been thinking about that. Now, an unredacted copy of that email given to ABC News by Republicans on the committee show Epstein appeared to reference Virginia Giuffre, a longtime Epstein accuser who died by suicide earlier this year. In 2011, Giuffre was quoted in an article recalling her interactions with Trump, saying, quote, Donald Trump was also a good friend of Jeffrey's. He didn't partake in sex with any of us, but he flirted with me. He'd laugh and tell Jeffrey, you've got the life. Giuffre walking that back in a 2015 deposition, saying Donald Trump never flirted with me.
Donald Trump could
make this all go away tomorrow if he just released all the files.
President Trump has denied all wrongdoing and any knowledge of Epstein's crimes.
These emails prove absolutely nothing other than the fact that President Trump did nothing wrong.
Olivia Rubin, ABC News, New York.
Well, still ahead, a Spokane cold case has been solved after nearly 30 years.
How DNA and genealogy helped identify the suspect in a 1987 murder.
Coming up, you'll hear from a woman who's still waiting for her SNAP benefits and how it's affecting her dietary needs.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. I want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Where winning is just the beginning.
It's Christmas in November this week at both Cal locations in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene, where we are lowering prices on all 4-wheel drives, lifted and loaded half-ton and 3/4-ton trucks, as well as delayed payments until next year.
Plus, we're giving away a new set of WeatherTech floor mats with every purchase. So you can get a new reliable vehicle for winter at big savings and delayed payments, and still have money left over for Christmas.
The holidays are approaching, and that means family and friends will soon be gathering.
And if you're on hosting duties, make sure you're ready by stopping at Kerner Furniture during our holiday season sale.
We have fine dining for large groups, small groups, and the kids table.
All at sale pricing.
It's also the Lazy Boy Black Friday sale, and that means our always guaranteed lowest Lazy Boy prices are even lower.
The holiday season sale is here at Kerner Furniture. Nice store, low prices.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Landowners in the Inland Northwest know when it comes to power, performance, and reliability, nothing beats a Coyote tractor from Jordan Sales and Service. Family owned and trusted for over 25 years, Jordan Sales and Service helps you tackle any property with Coyote tractors, zero-turn mowers, UTVs, and skid steers built for real work. Our full-service parts and service department keeps your Coyote tractor running strong every season. Visit Jordan Sales and Service, your home for Coyote tractors and unbelievable hometown service.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. I want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Where winning is just the beginning.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
We are continuing to follow breaking news. Here is a live look inside the White House, outside the White House, we should say, where in the next half hour, President Donald Trump is expected to sign the temporary spending bill that would reopen the government. We'll bring that to you live if it happens during this newscast. You will also be able to stream it on your connected TV or on KXLY.com.
And while many wait for the government to reopen, thousands of people in Washington are still waiting for their SNAP benefits. Northwest Harvest is donating extra food to local food banks to keep up with demand.
That includes the food bank at Caritas, where 16 new clients are signing up for the food bank every day. Derek Strom spoke to a woman still waiting for her food stamps to arrive.
Caritas says it's received several hundred pounds of donations over the last 2 weeks, and they came just in time for all of the new clients walking through their doors. People like Melinda Helm.
It's really tough because I don't have hardly anything at home to eat, and basically I'm just living off of peanut butter, bread, and cheese, and it's really tough because I don't have, and I have diabetes.
Helm says she hasn't received her SNAP benefits, and it's been difficult to manage her diabetes. She's on a celiac diet and needs to find low sugar and gluten-free food, which can be hard to find at food banks.
They really don't, and so I kind of have to go off of my diet a little bit. But I do read the labels when I come here, and I just do the best I can. If it's like 1% sugar, I'm okay.
Caritas says it got over 600 pounds in food donations today alone from local food drives and larger organizations like Northwest Harvest. Caritas says working with organizations like Northwest Harvest has made it so much easier to keep their shelves stocked, and they even recently got a big shipment in of potatoes, onions, and tomatoes.
Thank goodness we have those resources because they're the big guys and they go out and get those big donations in and work with those farmers, the potato farmers, the onion farmers, to get those 40,000 pounds in.
Executive Director Christine Tabbitt believes the rising cost of living will drive more people to food banks even when SNAP benefits are fully restored. She says learning how to cook and meal prep is crucial to help you stretch out your food supply at home. In Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
An Eastern Washington hospital is on the brink of closure. In a story we first told you about on Monday, East Adams Rural Health Care's future is uncertain.
This crisis could cut off vital emergency care and cost people jobs in Ritzville and surrounding areas. Hunter Bertram was there today to show us the impact and the hospital's efforts to stay afloat.
East Adams Rural Health Care is drowning in debt, over $10 million, and struggling to keep the lights on. They might have to close in the coming months.
We are working on absolutely everything we can currently to ensure that doesn't happen.
If it did, the nearest ER for people in Ritzville would be around 45 minutes away. A closure would leave 108 people, including Nancy Gutierrez, out of a job.
This one really was the one that I wanted to settle down in because of their patient care. They're wonderful, the staff.
Nancy loves this hospital, and despite the challenges, she holds on to hope.
You know, we still have hope. We still have hope.
But hope alone can't save a hospital in financial crisis.
So we're trying to correct what has happened in the past and move forward with a plan to keep us viable.
Interim CEO Todd Nitta points to past leadership missteps as a root of the crisis. And in the wake of these financial troubles, I asked the hospital, what's the solution going forward to keep it from closing? The hospital tells me realistically it's finding money from other sources, which it already did this year, to stay open.
That has kept us functional, and obviously now that we've completed the audits from 22 and 23 and we're nearly finished with 24, we have a very clear picture now of what our financial state is.
Rebuilding trust is also top of mind for the hospital's future. Earlier this year, they faced a fraud investigation involving over $30,000 misappropriated by an accounting clerk. A town hall is scheduled for Saturday at 2 p.m. at the Legion Hall in Ritzville, where hospital leaderships will answer questions. In Ritzville, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
All right, we had a break from the rain today, but it's Wednesday, so we've got something else we got to talk about as well.
That's right. Jason Valentine is here with Wildlife Wednesday.
Yes, we love it. Thank you so much, guys. And we love these photos sent in from viewers. You can send yours in as well. Here's a lovely mule deer buck from Paula Zanter Stout. Thank you so much. And maybe Homer Simpson's favorite animal, a doe near Hayden. Michael, I'm not going to try your last name, but thank you so much for the photo. Richard, look at the squirrel. I love squirrels. I got plenty of squirrels around my area. Squirrel in Spokane Valley. Over to Dale Hughes. Look at this Cooper's hawk. That is near Lewiston, a very regal looking bird. And finally, look at the majesty of the bald eagle. Thank you to Ron Burdick. Again, you can email Chris Crocker with your Wildlife Wednesday photos, and maybe it will be featured. So fantastic. So speaking of Wildlife Wednesday, our spider is just getting to work on his spider web outside of our Spokane Skycam, and we do expect to see some rain on that Skycam as we head into tomorrow. Very good chance, robust chance for it. 70% for your Thursday. We'll see off and on showers, it looks like, through our weekend. Best chance we'll be seeing showers return on Sunday. But tomorrow, looking pretty much certain of shower activity. But we're looking pretty nice into our evening hours, though we do have cloud coverage that is good on one point. It's going to keep us warm overnight, but it might keep the northern lights away from you if you're looking for it on the northern horizon tonight. So temperatures, we are looking mid-40s, 51. Again, Pullman got up to 60 degrees today, 49 for our friends in the Lewiston area. In our overnight period, we are going to be seeing cloud coverage. Overnight lows are going to be around 40 degrees, so well above the freezing mark. Again, we could see showers start tomorrow morning, but better chance will be tomorrow late morning to early afternoon. I'll have much more in my full forecast, but right now we're going to send it to Jack with sports.
Thanks, Jason. And the West Valley Eagles entered the 2025 season coming off an 11-1 year. And they met those expectations pretty well again as they won another Greater Spokane League title heading into the 2A postseason. We caught up with the team this week on how they're gearing up for this huge weekend. West Valley football is an impressive 9-1 heading into the 2A state playoffs, the only remaining GSL team alive in that bracket.
It's pretty amazing. I wish that people would give us more love, and I feel like they kind of disrespected us from the seeding. But, you know, that's just how it is, and we love being underdogs.
Quarterback Nathan Zettel references West Valley's 11 seeding despite that 9-1 record, one that highlights their Week 2 loss to Lakeside, followed by 8 straight wins to now.
I think we've figured ourselves out a little bit and what we can do and what we do really well, and so we kind of focus on that. I think the team has really gelled together, and that's the most important thing is they're out here doing it together.
West Valley won every game since the start of October by at least 4 scores, including a 41-point win over Aberdeen in the round of 32, fueled by a 3-score game by running back Elijah Newman.
It's just not me. I just got to trust my linemen, follow my blocks, do me.
The Eagles cite their brotherhood and togetherness to their success, the team playing with a chip on their shoulder as that 11 seed forces them on the road this weekend.
I'd say it's definitely a chip, you know. I mean, this is a good 2A year. There's some good programs. I think an 11 seed's a little unfair to us, but I think there's definitely some good teams out there. But yeah, I think it's a little disrespectful to be an 11 seed for us. I mean, 9-1, we haven't had really a close game in a couple of weeks for what I can remember.
I've always questioned about what's the team going to be like. These guys are a joy to be around, and we're thankful to practice yesterday and today on 2 days off of school. Pretty awesome.
West Valley kicks off at the 8-2 Linden Lions this Saturday at 2 p.m. Should be a fun weekend of high school football. And if you watched our previews of Gonzaga versus Creighton earlier this week, we stressed the importance of winning the offensive rebound game to get second chance points, a key weakness in Creighton's game. Gonzaga exposed this, just like Oklahoma, where players like Jalen Worley leading the way with aggression all around the rim. Blue Jays head coach Greg McDermott spoke highly of Gonzaga's effort on this end of the floor, especially from Worley.
You know, Jalen Worley really changes this team. You know, I recruited him out of high school, and we talked again when he left Florida State. I've always loved the way he played. I think he's a winner.
Gonzaga takes their number 2 ranked KenPom defense to their first true road test of the season as the Zags take on the Arizona State Sun Devils in Tempe coming up this week. Zags wing Adam Miller transferred to Gonzaga from ASU. We saw him last year in the kennel, so we'll see if he has another big game this Friday at 8 p.m. So a pretty impressive win for Gonzaga. Feels different than Baylor from last season, though. There's so much defense, so much depth on this year's squad in comparison.
I saw they moved way up in the KenPom computer rankings as well. All right, Jack, thank you.
We'll be right back after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by STCU and Volunteers Count.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Kyle with Bill's Heating, here to take a look at your furnace.
I thought you guys were teamed up with Gonzaga. Where's the basketball player?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. We do have Davis Fogel on standby.
Standby?
Oh, yeah. Whenever one of us needs him, we just shout his name.
What?
Watch.
Whoa, it's like magic.
Actually, he just made me wait around the corner.
Exactly. It's magic.
Call Bill's Heating and AC today.
This Thanksgiving, you can count on Fred Meyer. You get up high quality and down low prices. Up high quality with our exclusive brands and down low prices on all your Thanksgiving needs. Because at Fred Meyer, quality and low prices always come together. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend.
So happy together.
And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Red Tag. Now well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. Plus, Costco Executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
Fall into fortune at the Kootenai Casino. Cozy up to November room rates starting as low as $69 a night midweek. and we'll include 2 free breakfast vouchers with your stay. Come win at the inn during our Feast of Fortune giveaway with $25,000 in cash and bonus play going to some lucky winners. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY for details or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
Swimming pool red alert. Just 15 minutes after taking a swimming lesson, she's drowning.
She didn't scream, she didn't cry, she just went under.
Wait till you see who jumped to the rescue. Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
I love being with you.
I know he has a connection with Cindy, and that makes me nervous.
Last night I had my overnight with Cindy. Something did change. I don't know what to do.
Well, the Spokane Police Department says they have solved an almost 30-year-old cold case. Margaret Anselmo's body was found in an alley near East Pacific in downtown Spokane on January 3rd, 1997. She was beaten and sexually assaulted. Investigators held on to evidence for years, and recently DNA testing by a Texas lab helped develop a profile of the killer. A local genealogist working with Spokane Police tracked down relatives, leading to Brian Anderson of Pend Oreille County, who is deceased. Police say if Anderson were alive, he would face first-degree murder and rape charges.
Medicare patients in Washington could soon need extra approval before certain medical procedures, and the decisions may be made, at least in part, by artificial intelligence. The federal government is launching a 6-year pilot program called WISER. It'll use AI to help decide whether some outpatient procedures are covered under Medicare. The test runs in 6 states, including Washington, starting on January 1st. Doctors can choose to participate, but critics say it's a step toward privatizing Medicare and could make it harder for patients to get care. Supporters say the goal is to cut down on fraud and unnecessary procedures. You can read more about how the program works and what it could mean for patients right now on KXLY.com.
After more than 3 decades, Silverwood is being sold to a new owner. The park announced a plan to be sold to Herschend Family Entertainment. Herschend is the world's largest family-held themed attractions company, and it owns attractions across the country, including the Harlem Globetrotters and Dollywood. Silverwood's chief operating officer said Herschend was an obvious choice, writing, "They share our values, our long-term approach, and our belief that parks like this are built by people with heart."
Well, the number of lung cancer diagnoses are on the rise, according to the American Lung Association.
Up to 20% of cases each year happen in people who have never smoked or have smoked very little, and many of them are younger. This is 36-year-old Christy Hoveras. She's a mother of 2, doesn't smoke, and as you can see in these pictures, is very active. 4 months ago, though, she was diagnosed with lung cancer.
This is a joke, right? Like, I don't have lung cancer. There's no way.
Hoveras says even the doctors didn't believe it, but after feeling chest pain, multiple tests were ordered, and she says a mass was detected.
Fortunately, the face of lung cancer is changing.
Right now, only people ages 50 to 80 with a smoking history are recommended to be screened for lung cancer, but this type of cancer can be caused by several factors, which include being exposed to things like radon, asbestos, and breathing in secondhand smoke. Doctors say if you're experiencing any strange symptoms, it's always better to be safe and get checked out.
Well, after some early rain, we were treated to a pretty nice Wednesday, and as we head past midweek, we do have showers returning and wind coming in to maybe freshen up our air. Let me get you ready for that and some news on the Northern Lights. That's next on 4 News Now. We'll see you in a bit.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Latah Creek has been making award-winning wines since 1982. In addition to our ever-popular Huckleberry, we currently have 20 white and 12 red wines available. We invite you to stop in, try a taste, and take a bottle or 2 home. Cheers.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere.
Wherever you need us, American On Site.
STCU and 4 News Now are proud to highlight volunteers throughout our region.
And that tradition continues today.
Through our Volunteers Count program, we celebrate dedicated people who help at nonprofits, large and small.
Their work benefits individuals, families, and our entire community.
Do you know of a volunteer who goes above and beyond? Someone who makes a positive impact and ensures others' needs are met?
We'd love to hear about them. Nominate them at kxly.com/volunteerscount.
Brought to you by 4 News Now and STCU.
Spokane, it's Wood Stove Month at Falco's. Are you tired of fighting that old wood stove? Take your time and comfort back. Blaze King stoves burn up to 40 hours on one single load. All Blaze Kings are on sale and in stock right now at Falco's. Buy now and get a free pallet of North Idaho Energy logs. Plus, get $1,000 off when you replace your old wood stove. Don't miss this November, only at Falco's.
Dupixent continuously works to help prevent asthma attacks. So girls' days are better. Game days are better. Even Mondays are better. Dupixent's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It's not for sudden breathing problems. Some people felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark-colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Do more with less asthma. Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma. Also approved as an add-on treatment for adults with COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation.
Latah Creek has been making award-winning wines since 1982. In addition to our ever-popular Huckleberry, we currently have 20 white and 12 red wines available. We invite you to stop in, try a taste, and take a bottle or two home.
Cheers.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
All right, welcome back. Jason Valentine in for Chris Crocker. Jason, we saw so many awesome pics of the Northern Lights last night.
Great.
Today, you're going to be able to see them again, but maybe not as clearly as last night?
No, we definitely have some cloud coverage and even some spotty fog expected overnight tonight. But again, we have about a medium chance at seeing the Northern Lights tonight. A lot of factors going into that. So yes, we're right in the center of a low or a high chance of seeing it tonight. Again, the more clouds tonight, but maybe you'll see through it. And again, this is the map of how much of the Earth is going to be seeing the Northern Lights tonight. And in the green, that's less of a chance than the red, but still, we have a chance of seeing it just like we did last night. And I hope you send us some photos if you do see it so we can show you tonight at 11 o'clock. So as we're moving into our evening hours, starting to cool down, we're not going to see much cooler conditions than this for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. We have that cloud coverage holding in the warmth from today. And again, we were almost 10 degrees above our seasonal averages for this time of year. So a nice Wednesday after those early showers. Showers tomorrow are very likely, and winds are pretty much remaining stagnant till we get to tomorrow afternoon. Northern Lights, again, hopefully tonight, maybe even as we speak. Look at the northern hemisphere, or the northern horizon, excuse me. So we are already in the northern hemisphere. So take a look at our radar. We are free and clear, but we do expect to see a chance of maybe a little bit of shower activity overnight into our early morning, but better chance will be tomorrow afternoon. Let me show you. So taking a look, you can see the timestamp up top. As we head into our morning hours, we're going to see quite a bit of cloud coverage throughout our areas. And again, a small chance of some showers. But as we get to our late morning to early afternoon hours, we do expect to see shower activity. And there's going to be some heavier cells, especially when it gets into the mountainous regions near Bonners Ferry and Sandpoint. So keep an eye out for that. And again, another pretty good wall of water coming in as we get to our evening hours tomorrow. Then as we get to very early Friday, we're going to start to see the shower system kind of break up and see little bits and pieces of shower activity possible. That'll remain until Saturday morning, and then we'll see that break up, and we'll look at a drier Saturday afternoon. But also Thursday into Friday morning, and Friday into Saturday, our snow levels are going to fall to 3,500 to 3,600 feet. That means we do expect to see some snow, likely for Stevens and Lookout Pass Friday morning and Saturday morning. So if you're doing some traveling throughout the area, do be aware of that. We're also keeping an eye on winds. We've had very light winds for the past few days. Even in Coeur d'Alene, we're seeing a little bit of a push. We have light winds overnight, but we do expect to see 15-mile-per-hour sustained winds for all of our areas tomorrow afternoon. And air quality still in that moderate zone. We're hoping it gets better. It should with that wind. So looking at warmer conditions through Sunday, off and on showers through Sunday, much cooler next week. So do get ready for things to be wet tomorrow for your Thursday and off and on into your weekend.
All right, Jason, thank you so much. Before we head to a break, here's your look at ABC's primetime lineup for tonight.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Celebrating 80 years in business with discounts for the decades. Up to 80% off store-wide and new furniture collections. The Tin Roof, locally owned, locally loved since 1945.
In a town by the lake on a crisp winter night, holiday lights sparkle, a beautiful sight. A cruise to the North Pole, cocoa in hand, a feeling of joy throughout the land. Fireworks bursting, the grand Christmas tree, rooms with treats for both you and me. One December, I just might proclaim, let's move Christmas to Coeur d'Alene.
It's Christmas in November, this week at both Cal locations, in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene, with big markdowns on all four-wheel drives.
Plus, we're giving away a new set of WeatherTech floor mats with every purchase.
This week at Cal.
The current project always seems to be the best project this one could be. It's Parasport Spokane, Horizon Credit Union volunteers, and all the trades and all the companies that helped us build up and make a communal, comfortable room, along with many other things. 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models. We are professional grade.
Get the job done right with the John Deere X300 Series riding lawnmower. Now with 0% financing for up to 36 months. Don't wait. Offer ends February 28, 2026. Visit your local Pape Machinery Ag and Turf dealer today. Pape keeps you moving.
Don't let congestion take over. Afrin No-Trip. Wow. Ridiculously fast nasal congestion relief. The wow is real.
And now, try new drug-free Afrin Saline.
Celebrating 80 years in business with discounts for the decades. Up to 80% off store-wide and new furniture collections. The Tin Roof, locally owned, locally loved since 1945.
4 News Now is brought to you by Colville Toyota.
Coming up tonight on Nightside.
It might not be because it was anything you did. You could have been a victim of the shutdown, or maybe you got divorced. There are all kinds of situations that can cause you to get into debt.
Whether it's a shutdown, unemployment, or any other interruption in income, financial experts say if you're facing debt, it's important to take the right steps to recover. We'll tell you their tips tonight on Nightside starting at 11. And here's another live look at the White House, where any moment now we expect the president to sign the short-term spending bill that will end the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. We'll bring that to you live on KXLY.com and on KXLY+.
And folks, we hope to see some clearing tonight for your northern lights. For your Thursday, expect more cloud coverage and shower activity. Again, best timing for it to start will be late morning to early afternoon, but it could start in the early morning hours. Highs are going to be in the mid-50s. You'll see winds in the afternoon that will clear out the air. So showers return tomorrow.
Be ready for it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jason. We'll see you tonight at 11 for Nightside.
Live stream KXLY+